What's up, everybody? It's Invisible here, hoping who's inside of me shines through. And today, I'm super excited. We are playing dun, da, 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 Ace Attorney. Woo! Okay. I don't know if you've heard this say, but you're visible to someone, even if you feel invisible, know that someone sees you, know that someone loves you, know that someone is rooting for you. Alright, so, golly, this mug is loud. Okay, so we've already played like a snip. You've seen a snippet of Danganronpa, and I'm going to continue playing that game. But I'm going to play Ace Attorney. So this was my first ever Ace Attorney game. Was Miles Edgeworth a long time ago. And since we already played Cars, I say let's play another DS game. But it's updated. So we got Investigations, and then we got Investigations 2. We're playing Investigations. As you can see, there's going to be multiple cases to complete. Dude, it's been a really long time since I played Miles Edgeworth. So, without further ado, this one's called Turnabout Visitor, and then this one's Turnabout Airlines. We're going to do both of them, I assume, today, because I'm pretty sure the first episode is going to be short. Because usually the first episode is kind of short. Alright. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like because the videos are awesome. You should share because positivity abounds. You should comment because I will be talking the whole time. And you can tell me which evidence you want to use or what you think it should be. And you should subscribe because you never know when I'm going to go live. Alright. Without further ado, first of all, are you even streaming? I'm going to start in a second. In a second. Okay, cool. So you can see. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, here we go. We're about to stream, people. Hold on to your butts. Because this is about to be interesting, fascinating, and super thought-provoking. So prepare yourself to think. If you came here and were like, I don't know if I really feel like thinking, well, I apologize, this is not Cars. This one requires a lot of energy. Alright. Hold on, I made that look short. Perfect, let's start. Ooh, this is how it used to look. Lego Classic pixel art, chibi character sprites, change styles at any time from title screens of options menu. Play the new HD chibi character sprites. This is what it felt like. Well, this is what it used to look like. Like it felt like this, but it definitely was this. Oh golly. First decision's already okay. Let's go HD first. Start from this episode. Oh wait, sorry. I don't even need to do that necessarily. New game. Is that this one? It should be. Yes. Start. Everything old is new. Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. I will not read every single line out loud. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. I may read some lines out loud, but I will not say I'm reading every single one. Make sure the defendant is found guilty. What other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. Like I said, I make no promises to read it all. It's going to go, and we're going to watch. It's gonna be great. We're gonna comment on it, but there's no guarantee I'm reading because this is just straight words. Plus, each character actually has their own voice. And plus, the game has instrumentals and stuff too. So for me to talk the entire time, I think might kill it. Okay, March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Oh wow, this is an hour later. Prosecutor's building, 12th floor hallway. It definitely used to look more pixelated than this. I might switch it back just for old time's sake. Golly. I had to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. Oh, Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door's unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Oh, this is not what this game used to look like. Oh yeah, no, HD is nice. Hold up, I kind of want to see it in chibi form because... I mean, in pixel form. Sorry, it's a serious case. Look at this. Very serious. Freeze. This looks good. Identify yourself. Shut up. You got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? I make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Also, what's interesting is, if I'm remembering correctly, because again, this game is like 20 years old. It's really old. He looked even meaner than this. Like, this is not the facial expression he had back in the day. Or maybe it just felt meaner. Like, this is very casual to me. And that look he had back in the day was like, not this. I don't know. But maybe I'm tripping. No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Also, again, this is supposed to be a very serious scene. Very intense. And I'm just geeking out so bad. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases in some very frantic and busy days. March 14th, 2:56 a.m., High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Okay, again, hit that again. Options. Some accolades are not attainable if you enable story mode. Automatically progresses the game when enabled, including it. What? Why would I ever do that? Oh gosh, no. That takes the fun out of everything. So this is a series of murder mysteries in case you could not tell. Oh good, all of this is on. How do I switch what he looks like? Oh. Oh wait. Dude. It's not audio, it's not reader. I don't want to go back to the title screen. Beginning, Gumshoe rushes onto the scene. Ah, that's pretty cool. Okay, hold on. Maybe I will go back to the beginning. Because I want to see what it looks like in Chibi. Nah, I keep saying Chibi, but it's not Chibi. Save, even though I just saved it. Always save in this game. Always save. Some people will tell you don't always save. Some people say save at critical points. I say always save. Art style, there we go. Continue! Yes. No, that's disgusting. I finished photographing. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. The finger wag. Looks perfect. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Uh, Mr. Edward, sir, are you okay, sir? Okay, hold on, sorry. Okay. You can't see his face. Okay. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Fine. You're like, Biz, what are you doing? Being super silly. Super duper silly. I'm just so happy. Okay, hold on. Let's stick with the HD and suck it up and get over it. It's for the best. I know, it's for the best. It's for the best. Continue. I also like that when you continue, it just kind of takes you back to your load screen or your save screen. It's pretty cool. Or the last one. There you go. Wow. Look at his face. You can actually see all the details. You could see the details back in the day. I'm telling you, it wasn't that bad. Mr. Edward, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. He has a gruffier voice and like scruffier, and I'm just not going to be able to hit that. When I heard that the murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. That's Miles' face. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed. I'll say. The culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with dragging mud into my office. Oh, sounds like we're really getting burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edward. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. The first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. Are you going to tell me how to play the game? Because I don't want you to. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of our mind. Speaking of things that piqued my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Ooh! Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office? It looks so good. Crime scene in my office. The logic puzzles! I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Oh, that's why I couldn't hit R1 before. Gotcha. Can I do it now? No. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office. For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. Oh, that feels so familiar, like that's what it said back in the day. What do you mean, sir? Edgeworth faces is crazy. If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between the two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? First, I recall the information we've gathered with L1, and then I connect them with triangle. It says R1. I mean, that says R1. That is not what he looked like. He was way skinnier back then. They totally updated some things, but I guess depending on how pixelated it looked, you probably can't remember everything. I mean, Gumshoe has the same face no matter where you are. The prosecutor's badge looks the same. First, I recall the information we've gathered with L1, then I connect them together with a triangle. Now, use L1 and recall the facts. Oh, now you're letting me do L1. I see. Ooh! This is different, too. This isn't quite what it looked like before. It used to be little bubbles, but now it's puzzle pieces. That's pretty cool. So, crime scene, office key, and see, pay attention to that green bar on the top. This is why we save no matter what. Because I don't lose points. I don't care if you can get them back. I don't lose them. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as a mere coincidence. Ah, actually that makes sense. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. No, it's not. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Oh, why did this happen in my office? Was the killer after the killer's go? Motive! Wait, no. Yes, part of motive. Really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However... Oh, okay. If the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. So, if the green bar ever goes down, you have lost the game. You must restart. Not fully restart, just from the last save point or whatever. If I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. This is the first case. It's usually the easiest case. Like, we already know who did it. Most cases, you don't know who did it. Welcome to Ace Attorney, people. Yes, sir. Although I feel like I used to think this was called Ace Prosecutor for some reason. High Prosecutor's Offices, room 1202. The basic of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. Are you going to make... I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use X when I'm next to it. If you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use triangle, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Alright, cool. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Save. There's no reason to save, you say. You'll see. Alright, bet. Let's look at the gun. I did hit X, right? X. Hit X. Okay. You call it, sir? No, not really. No. I just want to... the gun? Thank you. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. I think. Detective? I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. Oh, he's a good cop. Very good. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct detectives. Found the crime scene, same one. Alright, that's that one. No. No. What? Something out of the ordinary. I should look around a bit more. To the jacket! Wait. To the couch! Somebody saw this case quickly. I return to relaxing on the sofa. The thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Oh, I sit on it too, just for a little while, sir. Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard to be a real trooper to the end. If he wants this case over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Are they being nice, sir? Usually he would have insulted his, or like, deducted him and paying something by now. Interesting. As it's coming along, please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never... Dude, I'd have to wait for him to move, because there's a whole safe behind that thing that I just noticed. Right? Looking around the office. It's a good thing my Still Samurai dog was spared me harm. Speaking of which, I haven't actually sat down to watch any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but... The hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise, and even a new stage show, it gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fan? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. That's funny. Oh, wait. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that come with the card attached every month like clockwork for you. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony. How painful are that thorns? Oh. Jeez. Wendy, isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that stalked? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. That's funny. Oh, it's your trophy, the Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. It's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. Yeah, that was slick. Yeah, that was neat. His monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. That killer's going to pay, this tea set. Yikes, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. Really? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay, let's actually play the game. The files are all over the floor, sir. Probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killers. Now, files are a mess, pointing to the struggle between the victim and the killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, they just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Not the way you pay him, he probably doesn't. They finished photographing the body. That's the second time I did that. So it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Wallet! What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge. Oh, detective. Okay, I have the exact same thing actually. What a coinkydink. Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. Mr. Buddy Faith. I mean, his face might have been, I thought his face was skinnier, or like slimmer. But, what do I remember? It was a long time ago. Was a detective just like you. Seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Please, no. No thank you. They want me to logic. Oh, it looks good. What up? You want me to logic? I say yeah. I lose nothing. You can get things back once you complete certain milestones. You only get like a certain amount back, depending on where you're at. Unless they fix that. Killer's goal! Why'd this happen? Maybe because... Wait. Okay. For a second I thought Miles didn't have any eyebrows on the zoom in. Hello, person! Actually, okay, so here we are. I'm going to look at these things, and I'm going to ask, what are your thoughts? What do you think connects to what, since Miles is forcing me to logic? Maybe it's because I only have 4 at a time. That would suck. Alright, the files are a mess pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. Found the crime scene. I totally just asked you if these are right. Yes or no? This is my thought processing. What do you think? Revolver plus detective. Alright, let's go for it. Yay! Mind you, if it doesn't fit, you will know. The game will make it a point to tell you. I offered the standard model used by detectives. Could have belonged to our recently departed. Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir, on it now. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What do we got here? Sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. Oh, did he move? I totally missed that. Oh, that happened so quick. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Alright. Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest. Darn it, now I'm looking at Miles's eyebrows. I have never thought about this ever in my life. And it is literally the slimmest line for an eyebrow. Like, I think he has it, or that's just a really dark shadow. I mean, he has, like, I'll have to wait until he relaxes his face. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Right, if you say so. Shift your face. There we go. Okay, that is eyebrow. Okay, yeah. Like, what? Yeah, my husband had eyebrows. Wow, okay. I log any and all evidence I find in my organizer. And I want to re-examine a piece I have. Oh, When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R1 to open my organizer. Organizer isn't only for evidence, keep people's profiles on hand in it too. Probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. See what else we can find out about this revolver. Ooh. I always say you've got to look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the... Okay, rotate, no such thing as bad angle. Okay. I don't think I should have rotated that at all. The way it just went back to what I think it was already on. I don't know why I did that. The thing, how am I looking at the trigger? I think that it's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger. You know, I can't ever see myself really liking guns. Oh, but I love the ones they use at a track and field meet start races. You take off before it's fired, everyone always ends up following your lead. To chase you down for a false start detective. And now that you mention it, even when I finish first, I always wind up in last place. Alright, let's look at this. Yep, bullet missing. Looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him. Ah, look at you! Smart YouTube question. Are all the bullets in the chamber? No! They are not. I love the lag between YouTube and where I am. Time travel is real. We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Oop, never mind. Oh, is that it? Okay. Alright. Let's give the body a once-over. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yeah. Kind of assumed he was shot, but... I mean, technically it could have been a different murder weapon. I take that back. Yep, and until the autopsy is done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Body was found around 2 a.m. This is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to autopsy. Jim! They always return to the crime to make it look like it was an accident. Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. Investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal. What about the word gum written in blood? Word gum written in blood? What the heck are you talking about? What did you see? Welp, I'm sure it will come back. I'm sure that's gonna come back and matter. Oh, well, I know who's about to get framed. That's crazy. Wow, look at you, ace detective you. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes I am. Jack. Next to the body. Yeah! Go figure. Did not see that. But I'm sure it's going to come back. It's going to be really important. Because we also didn't mess with the bloodstains either. Like, there are bloodstains on the banister that we haven't investigated yet. Okay, do you think his name is Jock or do you think it's Jacquez? Portsman. Prosecutor. We're going to call you Portsman. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir? They probably blamed Gumshoe. So you're Miles Edgeworth? I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. Have prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door... you dummy. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. I love Gumshoe. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're a Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman's correct. If you're a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. Investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. He's got, like, really sharp teeth. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now how about a handshake to seal the deal? I'm not shaking hands with you. I don't think Edgeworth shakes hands like that. A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for bothering in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! I want you to capture the scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. So I can't get back to the books, I assume. Should probably give them some space. Because I kind of wanted to see the gum there. This guy. This picture is too important to mess up. This guy. Think you're in my way. It's been a while since I sat at this desk. Oh, how I missed you. So I'll tell you that looks newer than when I first bought it. Hey, you go, Gumshoe. My job is to protect your office, sir. You did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. Wait. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. You can see it a little. I don't know how you can see gum with that guy in the way. He's blocking it entirely. Like when the dialogue isn't blocking it. Ah, well, that would make sense. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Literally next to his head. There is blood on books. I see what you're talking about. Yes, I do. That, I hope we can, not the couch. Dagnabbit. Thank you. Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? Must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in. What if they had shot through it? Yeah, that would have sucked, because that's a nice jacket. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here. Well, there's this why I don't need one. Huh. Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, detective. Question marks? There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Only one bullet. Oh! Wow! Smart cookie. Really? Wow. Super smart. You picked up on that quick. There's a contradiction. He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Oh, that's cute. But I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. And that actually makes sense now. Him is talking about the other game. Miles is technically second. But Miles was my first one, so I didn't know who him was at all. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's where my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. Oh, I knew that. Okay. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press triangle with. Okay. When I found When I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction I presented. This is how I do things. Oh, we're on to these already. Bullet. Wrong button. Bullet.
Eureka!
This bullet holds the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Yeah, that's true too. Wow, look at you. That was smart. Super smart. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Looks like a safe to me. It's a secret safe. Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble in just saying. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Achoo. Talk about Dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here dusting once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when you put this thing in, it wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. That's probably important. Really, I had no idea. Only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now? Nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Secret safe. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Like the dirt. I didn't click the dirt. I did not. And what if it was? Boy. Nothing serious, I'm sure. Gumshoe is a biscuit. Oh, this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. All the fingerprints on this have been wiped clean off. As I thought, it appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Alright, people, it's that time again. We're logicking. L1. Yeah, can I only have like 4 at a time? Alright, the killers go! Why did this happen in my office? Was the killer after? All the fingerprints on this have been wiped clean. Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play? My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. What are we thinking? I shall wait, because YouTube takes forever to get it. I have saved it, so feel free to get it wrong. Or feel free to get it right. We have plenty of time. Could it be why my office and fingerprints? I too agree. Ahaha! Smart cookies. I believe I figured out what the murder was after. I always save. Once you've been burned once, you never let it happen again. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft. Motive theft, question mark. Culprit tried to open my safe. Was the killer's motive theft? I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime. Alright, we got signs of a struggle. Theft. And another handgun. So obviously we know theft is one. Signs of a struggle. Or another handgun. I did not save. I technically saved, but that was a long time ago. So, if you get a draw, we will lose a part. And there will be no way to get it back. That's not true. We can get it back. That's the point. Time to struggle. Next. Possibility that the files displayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. What's weird? I am just so, like, I apologize. Like, I see your text as soon as it comes in. And there's just going to be like a long delay between when you type that text and when I get it. So we need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm going to file shelves like you've never seen before, even at a library. I'm sure. Let's give that a try. Yep. Looks like we're about to start messing with the files. Blood on the victim's hand, but not the gun. Like they must have shot at each other and the victim lost his gun. Not necessarily. That could just be from touching your body after you got shot. Because that is the initial reaction, is if something injures you, you go touch the part that's in pain. I'd also figure the gun would have gunpowder residue. It probably does. They will either talk about that in this case or they'll talk about it in a different case. Usually we point out the, because that's how you figure out the guns, like fingerprints and which bullet belongs to which gun. So we'll definitely go over that at some point. It probably should be this game because there's another, or this case because there's another gun in question. So we can figure out which gun shot him and which gun shot the frame. They'll probably talk about it. Forget what it's called, but they literally talk about it. It's like, it's literally the gun's fingerprints. It's a word for it though, and I don't remember what it is. But we'll get there. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Miss Edgeworth. Are you saving? Cool. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? Well, you can get out my way. Yes. So we can calmly restore the files to their rightful place. Out of here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. Ballistics! That is the word I'm looking for. Yes. That is the word. Definitely ballistics. Yeah, they go over that like all the time in these cases. Because that's how you figure out which gun did what. Or who the gun belonged to. Wow, super smart. Super smart. You sure know a lot about where things go despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. Is he gonna steal a file while putting things back? That would be a bit too obvious, so I would hope not. That would not be... Like, Edgeworth is literally watching like a hawk right now. I don't think that's gonna happen. The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. Ah, never mind. The guy fell on the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Maybe the fact that it looks like he got shot while he was sitting down? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Stop playing with me! No! I don't know. Leave me alone. I have an idea, but I don't trust it anymore. Wait. Okay. So if you see what it is before I, like, you know, get there, feel free to help. Why does it jump so much? I hit the wrong button. That's right. The blood will be lodged so squarely in the files file indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Okay. Let's try the gun. Okay. Eureka! This is clearly where the contradiction lies. I don't really see what's so wrong with that spot. Ha! You don't understand. You see, therein lies the contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. It'd be nice if you just admit when you're wrong. Ah, stop playing with me. I knew it wasn't the gun. I just didn't know what it was because I wasn't ready for this. Yeah, that was me keeping you on your toes, detective. Oh no. Okay, I am calling on help. Alright, I just want to click things. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself. There's a bullet hole, so he couldn't have been standing now. Well, that's the question. Why would he get shot sitting on the floor? Why would he be sitting on the floor in the first place? That doesn't make any sense. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot. There are prints on the floor, too. Those must have been made when unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. It's like the documents are in the wrong spot. But they can't be because those are over here, and I think Edgeworth would know how his stuff's supposed to be organized. Let's see. No, that's all I got. Alright. Only one shot fired. Went clean through his act. Oh. Wait. Let's try this again. Maybe I just clicked the wrong one.
Eureka!
Nope. Definitely messed that up. Oh! I didn't! Ha! Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. What if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down? So why would he be lying on the floor? Victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. Oh, yeah, that makes sense too. That means, wait, what does that mean? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty? The order of the files. Yup. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Oh? Yeah. You see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? See, I thought that was weird too. What are these doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. He was holding the folder. That's not a bad idea. It wasn't a bad idea. Especially with this game, I kid you not, some of these doggone answers, like in any Ace Attorney game, some of the ways they die are some of the most creative and ridiculous, and why would that be a thing? Like, why would my brain ever go there type situations? So, yeah, that you're on the right track of thinking. Please don't think you're thinking too outside of the box. The only reason it's not that crazy is because it's the first case. If it was the second or third case, it could be that interesting. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Oh. That actually looks better, yeah. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was moved before? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, yeah, there's your stuff. That definitely says Gumshoe. That definitely says Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Fate. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And proceeded to shoot the victim. But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. Files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Well, here we go. Ooh. It looks like Gumshoe, bro. I say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Hey, they stole OH. Oh. I just kind of assumed H was missing. But no, someone actually might have stole H. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, no, that's a good point. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me say something. It appears that one of my files was stolen. It would appear that you and Edgeworth think quite alike. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? So it can't spell gumshoe. No, it definitely still spell gumshoe. Like, it is definitely still gumshoe. It just means it was stolen after it was written on. Thank you, sir. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. That's a partial H, though thought it was a S. Yeah, same. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. Got it. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Are we starting? Mr. Edgeworth, well, what are you going to do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Ooh, now this is the fun/difficult part of the game. Cross-examining. This is when we finally get to court, even though we're not in court right now. Ooh, how do you do that? Can you please explain it to me, sir? Sure. Alright, first I'll listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, just so I can have a button to click. I open my organizer with R1 and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I've simply used triangle. Okay, but that's a little news. It's not like there's going to be a flaw. Yes. Almost certainly. Oh, yeah, right. Technically, I need to press people. But, like, almost certainly. Yeah. But you should always press. Because some people are really good at lying. Now watch carefully. Argument. That's a gumshoe. You stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed the theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be his final words that you will be brought to justice. Instead to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I hear Jim's voice calling, and he's calling for the killer's arrest. You sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? The file was stolen after the guy wrote Gumshoe, so if that was Gumshoe, if 'twas Gumshoe, had just take them all right. Oh, yeah, true. Gumshoe, though, has a reputation for not being the brightest at all. So, there's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I'll find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Right? Save! Save! Yes. Alright. Press.
Hold it!
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. Yeah, like, how did you know he was dead? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Oh, yeah. Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jock and Jim. Oh, it's probably like Jack. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Jock and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Oh, jeez, you're not a great person. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. I was about the victim like he was his pet. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead.
Hold it!
Do you really think it was necessary to just shovel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. Oh, yep, that's what it is. Here, you accuse me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth. It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle. I have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but... boy, yeah. What a motive, too. Are you adding that? Nope, you didn't add it. Darn it. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the shelf. Unless you did add it. No, you didn't add it. Darn it. That actually would have been great. Press.
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. I'm gonna press it, but I think it's that one. And I think it's just because of the positioning of the body. Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Can't say I disagree with him on that point. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective is culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody ladders, and I can prove it with evidence. Okay, that's what I thought. And that's for a better setup for the game finishing spike. Levi's final words should be brought to justice. I'm gonna press it just because.
Hold it!
Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? Yep. Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. Gap so wide that even the good detective can spot it. Not a clue Mr. Portsman in by presenting him with some evidence. Okay. Over. Over. Also, have you figured out what it is yet? One. On the off chance I'm talking all this game and then it's like completely wrong. Okay, I assume it's the positioning of the body.
Objection!
I hit the wrong one. Oh my gosh, I hit the wrong one. Ooh, the urge to just leave the game and go back. Ooh, the urge is so strong. Which part do you have an objection to? It's, yes, well, you're no good when you're all flustered. Because I hit the wrong one. Gosh darn it. No. No. Go back. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, try again.
Objection!
Okay. Yeah, the letters had to be noticed because the file was missing. Oh, dude, if you were in real time, you probably could have said that. I just like... And this is probably going to happen multiple times because this game, you literally can figure out the reasoning and then it's like which piece of evidence is the one that you want to present at this exact moment when there's several evidences that could say the same thing. Ay. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsmouth, there's a serious flaw in your logic. Bring a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me. Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. You have time to laugh and you have time to take another closer look at this. Oh, yeah. Because if it's him, I think he would notice his own name. That's impossible, Mr. Portsman. Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on his spines.
Objection!
It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. And I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. Missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah, I mean, the S is gone, and there's only half an H. Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case. I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. It's crazy face. Which means what exactly? What does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. We'll see. Look, that's a smug look on Edward's face. Like, it looks good in HD. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time. Oh, Mr. Portsman? Ha 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 ha. Brilliant, absolutely splendid. Largely deserving of Olympic gold medal. Your phrase would change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. No, you win some and you lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. But you know it. It really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however. But this time, you're still after me. Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? Yeah. Brought out a jacket specifically so he could shrug his shoulders. That's disgusting. That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? Brought out it just to take it on and put it off. Like, where did it come from? I was thinking, did you know there's one other person with the key to this office? Oh, I remember. Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? I believe she needs no introduction. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie. Miss Bird is a security guard on watch tonight. Of course she is. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. Yeah, why was this not explained beforehand? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only person with an access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was... Dude. Please. Dude. Yeah, please, stop. Listen to your boss, detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl's the only one who could have committed the crime. For one simple reason. Because she has the master key. Someone could have taken it potentially. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. And that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key. She doesn't have a motive. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. You know, the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press them. I really should have, closed the game and went back and loaded it. Because I don't like that I lost a life. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It grosses me out. I'm disgusted. But for the sake of the continuity of this one specifically, I will not restart yet. Only because I know I can get it back. To lose again? Maybe not. Anyway, it's not important. Also, how many save slots did I actually get? That's what I need to look at. What are you doing here? Oh, that's a nice chunk. Okay, cool. I wonder if that's between games too. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on the staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? She looks different than I remember, and I can't explain it. Like she's taller or something. Or like they changed her outfit. Like I feel like she might have been dressed like a security guard before. I don't know. That's untrue, but I wasn't able to use the master key at that time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Yes. Ask for more details. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? Yeah, I feel like she was wearing, like, that outfit, maybe. As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Like, why would she be at work and not be dressed? I think they changed her outfit. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? Can't believe someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. That looks bad. Likely story. Where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? Bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her look is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you believe, Mr. Asper. But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking. Yeah, that's what I want to know too. Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried to save. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack the few facts in my own. Does this specifically say, yeah, only prosecutors know? We're gonna go for it.
Objection!
Sucker. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It's also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you all must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ooh. Yeah, that was bad, doesn't it? I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. Say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe file. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. And are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses, why? What made you... with an angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secrets of the safes. And that means, yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. Still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke in your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? No. I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in a risky profession. Yeah, this is a crazy gaslight. Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who he had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was a thief, he wouldn't have a key to the office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. I mean, I got a picture for it and everything, so I mean, it probably was him who stole the key. He low-key slick. Yeah, agreed. Like, this was a crazy, like, insane way to shift blame. Like, I agree. Like, this is a crazy bait and switch. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless... It's also fun, too, because, like, I literally know it's you because the game told me it was you. Proving that it's you is proving harder than it should be. Well, unless you retreated from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edward's office. Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. Ah, you jerks. You're all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run the show. Listen, pal. How many times I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But, sir, we have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Not if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene. I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. That's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Wait, we know Postman is guilty. Yeah. Oh, wait, you might not have been here at the very beginning. I thought he just had a guilty face. No, okay, so at the beginning of each Ace Attorney like case, they always show you like a little movie about what happened when the crime went down, like telegraphing it but not telling us. Usually they like telegraph it and it's like a gray figure so you can't actually tell who did it. But for the first case, a lot of times they'll tell you exactly who did it, so that you are just so you can like get into the hang of it and you know. But as the cases go on, you will have no clue who it is. You will just feel like everyone's guilty. And you'll just have to work your way through it in the exact order that the game has told you to work it. Because sometimes you can figure out who the killer is, but you have to work your way there. You cannot go ahead of the game. You may already know, but you gotta get there. You gotta prove it. Boy. Oh, yeah, no, it's an awesome game. Seriously, Ace Attorney. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, Ace Attorney. I think that's what they're all called. One of them is Apollo Justice. One of them is Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright is the first one. Then Miles Edgeworth. And then Phoenix has an ancestor one. It's like the Great Attorney Chronicles or something like that. Haven't played that. But this one's Miles Edgeworth. This is the second one in the series. Yeah, no. They're really, 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 really good games. Super fun. To be continued. No way this one case takes up the whole, 2 hours. No way. That would be ridiculous. Also, do I get my health back? March 14th. 4:18 a.m. Yeah, we've been doing this all night. Was with also Edgeworth, why did you come back to your office at 2 o'clock in the morning? What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It's unbelievable. Like, you don't have a house? I know you got a house. Because you're rich. Please maintain your professionalism and perspective. I'm going to find some real solid evidence. Why is there a basketball outside? Kicked out of crime scene, sir. Sure. So then what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. So I assume Maggie... I know Maggie's in a couple of games, I think. Gumshoe's in a couple of games, too. Miles is in, every game. So I assume Maggie got caught up in a lot of stuff in the last game. The way they're talking about her. Girls got really bad luck. Gets accused of murder all the time. She's like Larry. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Also, these woods are huge. Were they this big before? Wow. For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, wait, is Miss Bird like Maya? No. Maya's worse. I have never seen anyone get accused of murder or get kidnapped or get possessed or all the crazy things that happen to Maya more than Maya. Maya's ridiculous. Maya gets on my nerves. I will not start a rant. I will not rant about Maya. I dislike her guts so much. Not like she does anything wrong. She's just always in trouble. And it makes no sense. I remember Maya always got accused of murder based on, yeah. Oh, context. They said they remember Maya always gets accused of the murder based on running jokes in series. Yeah, no. Maya gets kidnapped. Maya gets accused of murder. Maya's being held hostage. It's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. No. Maggie's more like Larry Butts, if you know Larry Butts. Because Larry is always getting accused of murder. But Maggie is never, ever the bad guy. Ever. Regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Alright. Let's see, what do I got left? Files in disarray. Another handgun. Wait, hey, hold up. Just for the sake of possibly, what if there's two people And this is how I figure out that there's two people. It's probably not this. Larry Butts, that's a hilarious name. Oh, yeah. Does it fit? No. Oh, so that's what it looks like when it doesn't fit. Lame. And you didn't give me my health back. What kind of nonsense? I'll leave it for now, it's not that bad. Okay. Oh, this jerk. Why are you here? It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no... Oh, do you also work here? Oh. It's fine, I apprehend and punish the killer according to police. Like, you were not here in the first game. No, thank you. That's who is this guy again? That's definitely Prosecutor Payne. How could you not remember Prosecutor Payne? Okay, what's the basketball hoop doing here? Hayden's this... Oh, yeah. I'm almost certain that Larry will either be in this game or the second game. I've never played the second game, but Larry is in... Yeah, they'll explain him later. Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building long ago? So lives and moved indoors. Don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor. Boy. Whose door is this? This office. 1203, 1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again? It's Mr. Portsman, sir. So he's my new neighbor, I see. Suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. Bro just happens to be your neighbor. What's the basketball doing out here? It's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. Heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. Golly, not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in the hallway. Alright, let's talk to Maggie. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've been a big fan of the courtroom, but this... How are your eyes even doing that? Can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. Should jog her memory by... Am I jogging her memory first, or was I supposed to... I didn't mean to do that. Present. So when you discovered that the master key was missing. By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30. I'm just sitting there on the ledge. Security rooms, reception, windows. But I'm sure that between those times it was not just gone but stolen. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room and away from the window. Always, you say, except for this time, I'm correct. I admit that I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting on the ledge. She was the master key. May I ask you why you did that? First, I'll ask you about the victim. You haven't met the victim before. Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to... You're so slow, alright? There's gotta be a way to make that go just a little bit faster. Hold up. Now... Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna skip text. Dad, there's no way to make that go any faster. Wow. Wait. Ha. Now. Let's see what that looks like. I've seen him go a couple of times before when I had to go to Portsman's office. Space was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. Oh, that's better. Sounds like fun. Just once I'd love to play with them. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking the shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. On second thought, I don't think I have hit all that well with them. That's unfortunate. Let's go to Maggie. Is Maggie Berry correct? I take it that you were an acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still in the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, we're correct. Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old when I... Oh my gosh! Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles. Gotten sick from all sorts of foods. Failed at almost every test. Golly! Oh my gosh. You poor thing. You deserve the world. You deserve the world. And you don't deserve any of that, that's for sure. She survived that drop as a toddler. She might be Superwoman. I mean, maybe she flew. Her name is Bird. Maybe she like softened the blow. That is tragic. That's terrible. It's not funny. But I just wasn't prepared for it at all. Because I barely remember. I remember Maggie from this game specifically. Not from the other ones. And so I'm like, that was hilarious. Okay. Anyway, I know. And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. Golly, you don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. I'll solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Alright, master key. Let's see. What did you mean by use the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. Okay, wait, that looks right. Was she wearing that outfit? The hat definitely looks right. Was she wearing that outfit? For some reason, I feel like it was a different one. Maybe I'm just thinking of a different part. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah, what is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. Yeah. It's around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down security, sir. And that's when he loaned the master key to him. No way, it's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I feel like it was that outfit right there. Is that not the outfit she's supposed to be wearing? Maybe it's because she was about to clock out. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. I see. And then, what happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. It was around 1:30 a.m., I think. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. To unlock and lock. Talk about suspicious. But you can say that you've never left your keys at home, detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Alrighty. First, okay. It was like, I feel like I vaguely remember something about this. Alright. Ugh. I found something. It's the missing file. OH. No, that it says O. That's funny. No doubt about it. The letter marks it clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing. Our thief only took what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these O files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. Just a collection of court case files. However, cases within these files are not mine. They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. For some reason, I just remembered the bench was important. And so I went to the bench. And then there was a pile. Look at that. I don't remember most of this crap. Not crap. I don't remember most of this stuff. I do remember bits and pieces. And all I remembered was that pile, that bench was important. But when we get to game 2, I'm going to have no idea. So that's going to be fun. That's just going to be trying to figure out anything. It's just going to be conspiracies galore. I have no reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. And that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason. It seems so. One of the pages related to that case from 10 years ago is our medicine. I was getting ready to say, usually all the games or all the cases are connected as well. So like, even though this is the first case, which literally should have nothing to do with the last case, somehow, some way this is going to connect to the last case. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. And since it's the one from 10 years ago, that's probably going to be mentioned in like every case. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. 12:30. Okay, this is Portsman's office. Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. That reminds me, Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you're already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth will put it next door, sir. So that's a particular about getting room 1202. Not sure, but I bet it's because it's something like his birthday is December 2nd. Sure. I can think of at least 3. But why am I even wasting time thinking about this? Door's locked tight. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edward? It's the office of a high prosecutor detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be our co-witness. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Okay. His personal basketball hoop. You still managed to get lost. The door itself. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. There is something I am missing. Because every nook and cranny, and yet I see nothing. Okay. Just going to randomly fly around. There's no way I got everything. Oh, I did? There's no way I got everything. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to check both doors. Okay. 1202. Proclaim this in my office. These number plates slide right out, sir. Ew. I have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know, although the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... Yeah, that's interesting. Justice, sir, I wish I could be stay with. Oh, that looked like something really positive that I probably should have said. Speaking of, hey, we're in a new hour. I don't know if you've heard this today, but you're visible to someone. Even if you feel invisible, know that someone sees you, know that someone loves you, know that someone is rooting for you. Also, if you haven't already, you should like, because this is awesome. You should share it so that other people can experience positivity and laugh as well. You should subscribe because you never know when I'm going live, and you should comment because we can play in this game together. What do you mean you didn't bring up him needing you to use the master key when he accused you? Oh, I didn't even see that. That is hilarious. Oh, dude. How did that not come in? That is so funny. Okay. I don't see any signs of forced entry according to the guard. No sign that the lock was picked either. Yeah, that was really funny. I mean, the door really was open with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think. Oh, wow. Yo, my brain totally just picked that. Hold up, can I logic it? Use the master key, files in disarray. No, I'm missing something. Wait. Am I missing something? Hold on. Can I do this? Hold on. Can I do this? Do these two connect? Master key was stolen and then... Let's connect. Okay, I thought so. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing just by you, Mr. Edward. Saw that contradiction like a pro. Totally forgotten about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did relock the door then. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Alright, well, let's go see if it's locked. Nope, you're not gonna... Can I lock it? Can I hit it again? No. Okay. Well, I have ideas. Wait! I didn't even see that was there. Deuce. Okay, Bird is super hilarious. No, this game is hilarious. Like, this game is actually hilarious. Just left the prosecutor's door wide open. No. No. Yeah, it's crazy work for a security. Yeah, okay. Contradiction here between reality and evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is the door locked tight? You know you're right. Mr. Bird, are you sure you didn't relock the door? The girl lost the key. She locked it. It's like she lost it. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? Yeah, all we need to do is, we need to examine these. On the number plate, I'm almost positive. I'm like 95% sure that it's the number plate. But just in case, because these things make me nervous. I'm loving the reactions. I think really like, what's there? Freaking heck. Yeah, he definitely switched the numbers, but apparently I'm wrong. Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner was only consists of instant noodles. That was amazing, sir. How'd you know? That's supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Hitchcock. Yes, that's it. Now, then we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... No, don't play with me. I don't know. I'm not losing that video. Yeah, no, that's way too much. Don't say it. Get me out of here. Back to title. Yeah, that's way too many to lose. Alright, load, or continue. Bro, switch the numbers to leave the door open. Indeed. Prints on the master key. Good for you. Stupid game. The game's not stupid. This is ridiculous. Why is it prints on the doorknob? I thought the doorknobs were white clean. That doesn't make any sense. Gosh darn it. Prints on the doorknob. Gosh darn it. Why is it not prints on the plate? Maybe he's wearing gloves the whole time. How's it going? It's going pretty great. Thank you. We're playing Ace Attorney and attempting to do it with like almost 100% accuracy. That's what I will tell you. Hey, yeah, why does the doorknob matter? Sorry, I found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found on this hump. That's pretty decisive. Oh, Maggie's print should be on Edward's doorknob. Yep, that makes sense. I think logically a certain other person's print should be on this. I mean, maybe she's wearing gloves. If not, she didn't touch it.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the print of the person to unlock this door are absent? I mean, yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. No. Yeah, super smart. I wish you would have said that while I was struggling and floundering. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking granny. So are we talking about the note? What's this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. You can see that? Oh, I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. Looks like a note from the victim. And it's for Mr. Portsman. Yeah, the way it actually has me, like, allows me to click that door and says the same thing each time is ridiculous. I don't think I need. Oh! Well, would you look at this? Hold on. Wish I would have noticed this before I touched the basketball. Please, let me skip. Please. Please. Oh my god. Okay. Look at that. This was moved. What are you looking at, sir? Oh hey, how about a game? That's okay, detective. Just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. Positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Sitting in front of Portsman's office, their signs has been moved. Alright. Give me my health back. Thank you. Looking around this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. How so? A variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat. With the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. As long as my logic is sound, then yes. Mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it. It's exactly what my logic senses were telling me to. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on Truth's door. Kill. March 14th, 5:12 a.m. High Prosecutor Office, Room 1202. Finish processing the bloody letter, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Oh my gosh. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. In the line for you, Portsman. We got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. You know, Mr. Jack. I think it's Jack, not Jock and not Jacquez. I think it's Jack Portsman. That you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. You never ever thought it would come to this. Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Kammer, right? No, here we go. Legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know. Are you done trying to play mind games with me because they won't work? Only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Wait, I never used all my logic bullets. Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? How's this gonna work? I didn't use all my logic bullets. No idea what set of hair. Words that we will read as we press the heck out of you. So let's keep going. Sorry, but we're not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. So you're basing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on. With evidence. Alright, people. Here we go. Door bottle. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but press.
Hold it!
My accusation is a harebrained idea, is it? You tell me. I'd say it is, after all. It's the shortest press I've ever seen. There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit.
Hold it!
Oh, and what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim was my partner, so you can't say I have a motive for killing him. And that's it. That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. There's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Dude, you don't even call him by his name. Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Besides, how may I ask you proposed I unlocked your door and got in here? I probably can present on this one for real, for real. I mean, that wouldn't be smart. What would be smart is to press. But I can probably present. I should probably press. How do I get to the next slide? Oh. Got it. Understood. I should probably press. Probably should not present, but I really want to present. And so I'm going to press.
Hold it!
I really want to present. Present. Why should I believe that I've already shown how earlier? Your speculation means nothing as I still insist that I cannot gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? Oh, okay, so I was supposed to press. I mean, yeah, press. You gotta press so you can make a claim you can present against. Yeah. Raise an objection. You claim I've had no way to open my door, however, is that really the honest truth? Haha, alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead. Don't play with me, dude. Very well then, I propose that you use this to open my door. Well, personally, I want to use Maggie's head and say, Maggie, use Maggie to open the door. But we're gonna say the master key.
Take that!
I believe you open the office door with the master key no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on this for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. Ooh. The sweat is getting caught by his sweatband. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Oh, that's 90 bird. Cool.
Take that!
You asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. Why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Fortman's door, sir. Check the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. So Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression that the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. What was it that was used to make Miss Bird think this was his room? Why can't I just, click on the picture?
Take that!
What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building, which is why I left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Ooh. Look, teeth sharp. Hurt yourself with those teeth. Very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman. There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit it in front of my office, to be sure. I see. Well, that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Nope, here we go again. How dare you call my evidence conjecture? Now he's running nonsense, had to go off on my arm, getting around, all dying. You don't have a single reason to suspect me except for the fact that he's your partner who you never call by his name, and you're a prosecutor who knew about the safe and the case files. So yeah. This bird is as dirty and as guilty as the jacket she wears. Jacket's not dirty, she just washed it yesterday. So who's the one truly covered in slime here? Conjecture's rebuttal. Now you're just spouting nonsense.
Hold it!
Nonsense, you say? Yes, because I'm telling the truth here. That jacket does not match. At all. I had the girl open my That wasn't even anything you didn't see in that press. There was nothing that happened. Using the master key, of course. Sure. You have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right? That's why we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you. Let's see. Oh, he wasn't in the room because he'd see the note in the door. Oh. Let's see what happens if we just add a curiosity present here. It's really interesting.
Objection!
Nice. 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 That was a lie. Nice. What are you talking about? How is that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note that you didn't see. You go, #1 fan on YouTube. You go, my guy. I assume you're a guy, because you're right. It was left under your door, did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. Dang. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Ugh. Shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you.
Objection!
That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. No way. It's proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. The lack of fingerprints?
Take that!
Okay. I had your door dusted for prints. My door? Huh, what for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints, what do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way, she really was the one who opened your door. Then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Wait! Further, all the prints on my office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of... we know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. Stole into my office. It's a very interesting way of saying it. Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from the room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune of returning when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the guns in my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. Also, that was the scene we saw too, with like him. That was the movie part we saw earlier. Are you done fighting? Are you gonna fight back? You don't look like you've had a tragic breakdown yet. Well, that's the look of seriousness on the face of this finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake, and accusing me is simply too much to bear. Alright, he hasn't cracked it yet, alright? There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. You're trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. As I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial. Technically, it's not decisive. Like, it's not beyond a reasonable doubt. This is just like, it's most likely, almost certainly him, but you haven't actually proved that he did it. Like, where's the murder weapon? Or where's the weapon that shot at the painting? Readily confessed that I had to wipe that knob down well. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see, and he glides me out of it. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the doorknob. Yeah, he's a really good liar. Which is why I wiped the doorknob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and mine. Wait, no, that doesn't even make sense. How could Jim and yours be on there if she opened it at like 1:30 and he died around like 1? Just for the note Jim left for me. Do you know exactly when that was? Well, we know he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I'm probably too preoccupied with work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's literally, you're just really lying, and they're not even good lies, too. Ah, but you can't prove that, can you? Listen. Yeah. Because technically, we have several logic bullets that haven't been done yet. Yeah, you can't prove that he didn't. Yeah, darn it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Ooh. Only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. Yes, tell us your alibi. Okay, yeah, there we go. Memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's a perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see it for yourself. Well, this is fascinating. So does he have an accomplice? I don't remember there being an accomplice. The guys down in criminal affairs said, why are y'all working at 2 o'clock in the morning? You see, all the evidence points to him being the culprit. It literally does, so there must be a contradiction. Came back to this office around 2. Wait. No. 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 What am I looking for? No. Do I not have Maggie's testimony in here? Huh. Okay, that must have been a logic bullet. Alright. Memory serves. Came back to this office around 2 a.m. You're correct, it was around 2 a.m. Sure, it's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. Remember checking my watch then and make no mistake, it was 2. Ooh, give me testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. It was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. At exactly that time, he was down in criminal affairs.
Hold it!
Where's the contradiction? He did. Oh, dagnabbit. That's the last part.
Hold it!
We did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See, a perfect alibi. It's the ace I have in my sleeve. Well, that's assuming the murder took place around 2 o'clock. Maybe he came back to the crime since the stuff was shuffled twice. What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Or maybe someone else came, or maybe someone else tried to steal from it. We haven't seen anybody else say anything bad for surgery. No, I think we're on the wrong premise right now. When did the body drop dead again? Yeah, see, that's the thing. We don't know. The body was found around 2:05. We haven't actually given it a proper autopsy yet, because it's still in the room. But we know that according to the movie, it died around 12 o'clock. Objection! Is there? Nothing I can do. There must be a way to turn this situation around. There most certainly is, because you have not used all of your logic bullets at first. There's a logic bullet we are missing. If only I had a clue that I missed something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi. Yes! Ooh, fun part. You need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Alright, let's see. Yay! it was gonna be that lame. Let me actually read it. COVID rearranged my files twice. It's definitely this one. Okay. I chose the wrong one. So what the heck is still left? Wait, there was definitely one more left. The handgun is still left. Are you serious? Evidence points to the shelves being disturbed once before and once after the murder. Who's to say that the person who did it the second time is the same as the first? There was another. Okay, there we go. Now I can do this doggone gun thing. Yeesh. Maybe the victim and his killer weren't the only visitors to my office this night. Maybe the victim killed himself? Wait, but I saw him not kill himself. That makes no sense. Yeah. Yeah. And also if he killed himself, it wouldn't be like, yeah, never mind. That was goofy. If indeed there were two culprits, then that resolves the contradiction behind our murder weapon. Despite the fact that there are 2 bullets here in this room, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, leaving the possibility that the other bullet was fired from the other bullet was fired from the other visitor's gun. Furthermore, they suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Wow, that was efficient. Sportsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions, regarding this case. You finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, what do you say? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief. But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. Goodness gracious, Edgeworth, what are the chances? Also, who broke into your office? What do you mean 2? Explains why both my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office. Because the door was left unlocked. Because Maggie never locked it. So technically, it wouldn't be hard for someone else to get back in. Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Grr. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith? Why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. No, because you're supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into his office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. And Mr. Portman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. Waited for the chance to steal Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... boom. He killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. Ooh, you look nervous, bro. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in the files. Following that, Mr. Portman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind. Such a complicated troublemaker, you know that. Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir. Do we know who this other person is? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so... they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed. It seems the thief found their prize. The stolen O file, right? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shelves getting messed up twice and the 2 bullets Well, because two different people were doing those things at two different times. Precisely. And how do you see, Mr. Portman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not in fact Mr. Fate's killer. The alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
Do we have evidence to prove any of that? Yeah, it's a great scenario. I agree, it's brilliant. Yeah, technically it doesn't actually prove anything. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right. It would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Yeah. There's no way this is a part 2. Also, there's no way this is still going. It's the first episode. What? Are they always this long? That's concerning. Because this is long. This is the first episode. And this is always the shortest case. Because everything's right there in front of your face. Dude, the last trial's gonna take forever. Ah, oh, dag nabbit. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edward. Also, I don't know if you've heard this today, but you're visible to someone even if you feel invisible. Notice someone sees you, notice someone loves you, notice someone is rooting for you. The same way I see that this is the killer. Dude. As a person not your main suspect. That is, if your theory is correct. Here we go again. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. As it should remind you of Danganronpa. This came out first. So Danganronpa reminds you of this. In fact, in the last game, they actually referenced Ace Attorney. Or in the second game that I was playing, they actually referenced Ace Attorney. Because, like, yeah. This is just a less bloody version. And a more goofy version. Like, this is more PG friendly. Danganronpa is definitely PG-13 and rated R. Yeah. Well, that one's twisted. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief. This one's more family oriented. Of course, now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? Oop. I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. So to find a way to prove it. Phew. I want to know what evidence I haven't used. Because whatever evidence I haven't used so much of this stuff. I haven't used so much. Okay, let's see. We use this, so it's not that. It's never going to be this. Sometimes it is, but no. We're going to use that at some point. We use that. We use that. We use this. We didn't use this. We haven't used this. And we haven't used this. Okay, so it's you three. You three need to be used again. Although we might end up using some of these later. Okay, the thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? Actually, no, I wouldn't. Well, why not? It's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Fate's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them. No, true. Yeah. So we also know the letters themselves were set up and not from Mr. Fate. The thief was the killer. Do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yeah, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. Nope. They're definitely gone. Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. Ah, it's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's note... Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me earlier in the evening? If you have proof that he left it at different times, say just before he was murdered. I don't have any now. You see, so I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. When Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down in criminal affairs.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? That's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know, those sofas in the hallway. He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what are the evidence he brought? There are things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant. Oh. There was that. Is that the other gun? That's definitely what I need. Should I present or should I press? Let's press first. Let's press first.
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant. Yes. This gun, which was the murder weapon, and this pendant, which belonged to the victim. And why were you taking them to criminal affairs? There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these two. Well, all this has to do nothing with the case right now. Said so in note. Oh, he brought 3 items. Oh, wow. Why the heck did you remember that? Wow. Gee willikers. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail. Oh, so I could have presented there too. Oh, dude. Smart. What up? Back we go. Ooh, caught you in a clear line. Shoo.
Objection!
Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read, carefully. Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. I can't believe, to get tripped up by some simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Why don't come any closer? I'm warning you. It's all part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me. Hey, what's this? Yeah, this one, sir. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. Why would you hide something like that? Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. I wonder, is there blood on it? Or can we watch it? KG8 incident. Uh-oh. Well, look at that. Oh, that's blood, isn't it? Oh, maybe I should have looked at the KG8. It's probably... It is what it is. Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? That's unfortunate. Why didn't you take it? Oh, he couldn't take it to criminal affairs. Luminol would attest that. Yep. Yeah, no. Dude, you should have taken that home. We should have burned that. Says that you received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if I were to examine this tape for fingerprints? What? Your gloves don't cover that, do they? I'd take a guess. I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderers you and Mr. Faith. Ooh! Yay! We did it! Woohoo! Yay! Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. Yay! Yay! The results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Agreed! Woot woot! Thank you so very much, Mr. Asper. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Usually it takes place in court. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Love Edgeworth. Anyway, it was nothing, really. Compared to what falling from the 9th floor at 6 months old. I don't think anything compares to that. And then all the disasters and murder trials, apparently, like that. Hey, look, this is probably easy. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and murder this time. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune as just an unlucky person. Yeah. Anyone but Maggie. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Ooh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. I never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although we can be pretty certain it was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It seems that we haven't heard the last of this. And Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? Yeah, no, he still killed somebody. Yeah, no. And then tried to cover it up and blame it on, like, 2 other people, but there are more mysteries to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance of this piece of evidence. Oh, the person who stole his file, the other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was, and what happened to that stolen pages. I mean, Edgeworth, you get held at gunpoint a lot. No. Oh. It's not just any bird. It's the markers of the raven, the 3-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. It's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Yes, it's the mark of the great thief. Ya, ta, ka, ha, su. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end of modern Robin Hood. Hans Embassy, noble vigilante of the business world, reappears, labeled mysterious and phantom-like. Oh, they're gonna say this word the entire game. The Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. Corporate dealings exposed. Likes to find and make public evidence of corporate dealings of sort. Death is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with a single card. Although it has been a while since the bird's last appearance. Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the files was the Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. Murder in my office. Now, are we done? The return of the great thief. I'm just gonna say that word a million times. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. Yay! Wow, so this one is just Turnabout Visitor. Okay. Save my progress, yes. Under the first one. Yep. don't even start it. Oh. Unless you are starting it. No, you're not. Oh, look at that. You don't even start it. Interesting. I want to... Hold on. Yeah, let's say that's what I want. Gallery. Because I don't know if you saw the first part. Do I have that? And where would I go? Character designs, would be music, characters. These are illustrations. It's actually a really awesome picture. Where's the movie at? I'm like so sure I can find the movie. Oh, these are the thingies. I don't want the music. I want the movie. Oh. Find the options. Yeah, that does make sense. Dude. Oh, can't find the movies. Oh well. Alright. So, we shall save this for when we next come here. Alright. You should subscribe because you never know when I'm going to go live. And you wouldn't want to miss the next episode, Turnabout Airlines. It's sure to be fun. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, you should like it, you should share it, and you should comment if you're watching it. Thank you for viewer number 1, who has been commenting the entire time on YouTube. It was super fun playing with you. Also, you're super intelligent, because, like, yeah, I definitely would have got stuck at a couple times. But, even in the lag, you were, like, really, really, really helpful. Alright. So, Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. We're about to cue the outro, and yeah. So, because YouTube lags, we're going to do the outro twice. Do I have any announcements? I don't think so. Alright. Here we go. Bye. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Invisyble playing Ace Attorney Investigations Collections. You all have a wonderful day, and goodbye. Outro number 1. YouTube never gets the end of this part either. That's what's funny. But, okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Invisyble.